Does anyone else feel weirdly calm lately? Like the world might end because of all these geographically localized wars, but we're all just kind of, stop doing that. You should be terrified because I'm about to prove to you that World War III is literally just World War II in a different font. And I'm gonna do it in less than 6 minutes. In 1942, one of the largest companies in America committed treason. They didn't sell secrets to the enemy. They didn't sabotage a factory. No, they did something way stupider. They just refused to tell the US Army how to drive. Because here's a fun fact about World War II. It moves on wheels, tanks, wheels, jeeps, wheels, planes landing, believe it or not, wheels. And wheels need rubber, and in 1942, the Allies had none. Wait, none? How do you have none? Did we lose it? Actually, yes. Japan just took 90% of the world's rubber supply in about 3 weeks, but that's fine because American scientists had a backup plan. Synthetic rubber. To understand why this was a crisis, you have to understand the American war machine. It wasn't just jeeps. Every battleship had 20,000 distinct rubber parts. Every tank tread was lined with rubber. Every wire in every radio was insulated with rubber. In 1941, the United States consumed 600,000 tons of the stuff, half the world's supply. And 98% of it came from trees, specifically the Hevea brasiliensis tree, which only grows in a very specific tropical climate. A climate that, unfortunately, is exactly where the Imperial Japanese Navy just parked their aircraft carrier. When Singapore fell, the supply line was cut. The US stockpile was good for maybe 6 months after that. No tires, no gaskets, no war. The modern army would simply stop rolling. Great, science, let's brew some tires. What is the recipes? We don't know. The Nazis have the recipe, and they have a patent on it. It's okay, hold on, I need to understand this. We are currently bombing Germany. We are shooting at them, but we can't infringe on their intellectual property rights. Is that what you were telling me? It's complicated. See, years ago, Standard Oil and a German company called IG Farben got married. A corporate marriage? This wasn't a secret affair. It was called the JASCO Agreement, signed in 1929. The deal was simple. Standard Oil gave the Germans the rights to their oil hydrogenation patents. In return, IG Farben promised to give Standard Oil the rights to their chemical synthesis patents, including a miracle substance called Buna, synthetic rubber. Okay, so it's a trade. We give them gas, they give us tires. That sounds fair, so where's the problem? The problem was the fine print. When the war clouds started gathering in 1939, IG Farben, on strict orders from the Nazi Party, told Standard Oil, actually, we can't give you the Bunas data. It is classified. And Standard Oil, being a polite American corporation, said, okay, we understand. We will honor the contract anyway. They honored the contract! Hitler is literally invading Poland, and our biggest oil company is saying, sorry, I can't help the US Army. I don't want to upset my German business partners. Are you kidding me? Standard Oil said, I won't research synthetic rubber if you promise not to sell oil in America. It was very romantic, a monopoly made in heaven. Except the German company was literally working for Hitler. So when the war starts, the US government knocks on Standard Oil's door and asks for the rubber formula. And Standard Oil says, no, because, and I quote, we have a contract with the Nazis, who we are at war with. Do you understand how insane that is? That's like refusing to put out a fire in your own house because the water hose belongs to the arsonist. It gets worse. Standard Oil didn't just hide the patents, they actively blocked American research. When other US companies like Goodyear or Firestone tried to invent their own synthetic rubber, Standard Oil sued them for patent infringement, using the patents they shared with the Nazis. They were using German intellectual property rights to stop American companies from building American tires for American tanks. In the middle of a war, enter Harry Truman. He drags Standard Oil into a hearing and basically says, this is treason. Truman didn't just ask nicely, he forced the civilization-saving Speedrun. The US government seized the German patents and immediately suspended all antitrust laws. They told Firestone, Goodyear, and Standard Oil, you aren't competitors anymore. You are a team. Now share your secrets. Finally, someone with a brain, so we seized the patents. We seized the patents, and now we have to build an entire synthetic rubber industry. From scratch, in 18 months, we are doing a civilization-saving speedrun. Do you know how insane that is? That's like Coke and Pepsi sharing their recipes to fight aliens. It doesn't happen, but we had to do it. We built 51 factories. We hired 20,000 people. We took alcohol from whiskey distilleries to make butadiene. We literally turned booze into tires, and it worked. By 1944, the US was making more rubber artificially than the entire planet used to grow naturally. The Allies won on wheels made of American whiskey and stolen German cyan. But it makes you think, doesn't it? We almost lost democracy because a lawyer was worried about breach of contract. Whew. Well, at least that's over. I'm glad we aren't in the middle of a war over critical resources anymore, right? We learned our lesson. Okay, stop the montage. I don't want to know. It is not a world war. It is just neighbors duking it out, testing who can blow the most leaves onto each other's lawns. We are definitely not stepping into World War III soon. Am I right? Okay? Maybe it is not just lawnmowers. Maybe everyone needs to take a chill pill. Come to think think of it, we don't have a rubber problem anymore. Everyone has oil, everyone has arms, everyone has nukes. So I guess the next fight will be fair, right? Actually, 70% of the world's advanced microchips are made in this one building. That is a very nice building. Wait, why is the music sexy all of a sudden? Because if this one building stops working, the world economy stops in 48 hours. No iPhones, no cars, no guided missiles. Oh no! It's the rubber again! It is the same thing! Does anyone have a backup plan? Do we have a patent? Someone give me the Seagrams! We're going to Taiwan! If you enjoyed this panic attack, please subscribe. I need witnesses to validate my sanity. Goodbye.
Just come share my